Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Obsessive Compulsive Gaming. I am the Obsessive Compulsive Gamer, and this is my very unconventional review for TABOO Trial. So, dear viewers, this particular video game originally released back in 2024, and I know exactly what you're thinking. OCG, you oh so talented chap, you who occasionally likes to dress up as a Valkyrie and pretend that he is a female Xena princess warrior. What the hell is this game? And I'm so glad that you asked, dear viewer. This is one of those bloody roguelike type games in which you'll, as you can see here, pick a character, you'll choose your weapon, and then you'll go through 5 randomly procedurally generated stages. They might not be procedurally generated, I have no bloody idea. You occasionally unlock things like this, different power-ups, you'll pick one, and then you will go forth into battle. And obviously the aim of the game is to get to the very end of the 5th stage without dying, which, as is usually the circumstance in these kind of video games, is a lot harder than it sounds. Causes different difficulty levels, which you unlock after the first time you manage to get through the game. But of course, shoot you die, you'll go back to that little hub world I was in. You can maybe get a new weapon, get new runes, which will give you different abilities, talk to some of the other Valkyries, engage in a bit of flirting, maybe give them a gift, and you unlock their character. Or should I say, their skin. Not their literal skin, I mean, how they actually look. Let's see what one we want here. Oh, who cares? That one. Then, of course, you get a choice between each of the stages, what you want to go into. Let's go into this one. Eventually, you'll run into a mini-boss, do a couple more areas, and then you'll run into this stage's main boss, and then you'll move on to the next stage. Like I said, 5 stages, each of which are divided into these little arenas, I suppose we would call them. Is that the correct word, Bertrum? Let's just assume it's the correct word. So yes, really not much to it. You played a roguelike video game before, you probably know exactly what you're getting into here. Let's see, 25% less damage? Yes, please. Mini-boss. So we'll kick his ass. Oh no, maybe he'll kick our ass. I don't know. No, none of that, thank you very much. So there we go. Beating the mini-boss. He'll drop some goodies for us. What's he dropped? A lot of nonsense, so here we go. We can unlock some more abilities. Let's do this one. Let's do this one. And there we go. And now we get a choice again. Increase life limit by 10% and restore health 50%, or Blessing of Spirits. That basically tells us what we're going to unlock at the end of this particular area. So let's go into this one, shall we? I don't know why I'm asking. It's a kind of rhetorical question. So now we'll beat up some more enemies. Now, if you're wondering if there's a story or cutscenes of any kind in this game, there is not. If you're wondering if there's voice acting, there is not. These are major negatives in my book, as you probably know. I'm not the biggest fan of roguelike video games because I find them to be, well, pretty dull. Going through a couple of times is fine, you know, but basically once I get to the end of the 5th stage, I'm done with the game. Obviously the intention is you'll go back in, you'll play on harder difficulties, you unlock more gear and all that other bollocks, but frankly, I can't be bothered with any of that. If you don't have a story to interest me, then why should I bother? So there you go, increase life limit by 10% and restore health. So we pick that, and then we pick our next stage. Let's take this one. Increases base attack, basic spell damage. It's just a lot of hullabaloo, really. Increase your spell damage this percent, do this percent to your basic attack, do this to your heavy attack. It's a lot of nonsense. Just pick whatever you want and try and get through the bloody game. Quicker you get through it, the better. Then you can move on to something else, something with a bit more substance. And I really think that's most of my critiques about these kind of games, dear viewers, unless you're something like Hades or Absalom, which are fabulous roguelike video games. Even something like Dead Cells. Absolutely terrific video game. But if you're just one of these basic run-of-the-mill roguelites like this one clearly is, where They clearly think, oh, we've thrown a couple of anime female characters into the game. We've designed these kind of arenas. We've got enemies. That should be enough for people. We don't need voice acting and an actual compelling narrative and cutscenes and all that garbage. We don't need any of that. But if you're just looking to hit a couple of enemies for a few hours, see how far you can get through the game, see what difficulty you can maybe get up to, then you might want to give this game a go. For the rest of us, though, who are not completely batshit insane, maybe, give this one a pass, or get it on sale. Whatever's more preferable to you. So I think that basically covers my general thoughts on Taboo Trial, dear viewers. If you've enjoyed this little unconventional review of mine, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. If you haven't enjoyed it, well then feel free to give me a thumbs down. But please remember the single most important thing I always tell you, dear viewer, and that is to always stay obsessed with gaming. What do you say when I show you the first boss fight? Alright, I know I've done my outro and everything, but whatever. Right, let's go in, I'll show you the first boss. 'Tis a big robot elk thing, if I remember rightly. Yes, it is, the Elk Exniel. Whatever the hell that means. God damn it, bloody thing. What is an elk anyway? Is it a tree? I think it's a tree. Or is it a deer? Is it a no deer? I'm sure it's a deer. Though maybe it's a tree. I'm getting my ass kicked by this tree. This robotic tree of great power. But I have triumphed nonetheless. Success. Ha ha. Right, I'm gonna go play something a bit better now. Excuse me.
Are you still here? Oh, you must have really enjoyed this video then. In that case, you had better subscribe to the channel and check out our other content. Otherwise, you're a booby pants, and no one wants to be a booby pants.